John, obviously a disappointing result today. Just get your thoughts briefly on summary of the game as a whole. Obviously, first half good, second half not so good.
Second half was good until they scored their goal. Then they got a massive lift. I thought that we were good. We were really good. They didn't really create many chances. I think they had one in the first half, the goal that was clearly offside, and then another one that they ricocheted. But we dealt with them really well, and we were creating a lot of good openings, good chances. We looked dangerous every time we went forward. So it was good that aspect. And then we knew that Connor O'Toole would struggle a little bit because he only spent 3 days with us. He hasn't played many minutes. And it was just unfortunate that they ended up getting that goal on his side and just before he came off. So that gave him a lift. And then after that, they were better than us. But, we ended up playing with 4 centre-backs at the back, in the back four. That's, the reality at the moment. We've got quite a few injuries in the back four. So, it hasn't been easy for us there this season. We've had to change our back four quite a bit. But before they scored their first goal, total control.
Point of contention, Nestor and Kundas provided the assist for the second goal. Possibly could have had a second yellow card.
Not possibly. So the rules state counter-attack, tackle from behind, to stop play. It's clear second yellow. It's clear. I think everyone saw that. I think, I don't know what the commentators would have seen, but I'm sure that they would have said it's a clear second yellow. Sean Evans decided not to give it. And, he sets up the first goal, changes the game. And when you're a little bit anxious for a win, that can hurt you. And it did. It definitely did.
I saw a few Western officials having a word with the referees after full-time whistle.
I think they're probably asking that we've had him 12 times and we haven't won a game. I think that's what they were asking. That's the stat. 12 times, and this is a team that won the championship, mind you, last year. 12 times, haven't won a game.
So are you suggesting there's something untoward?
No, I've just given you the stat.
Okay. Did you receive an explanation as to why it wasn't a second yellow card?
No explanation.
Was it extra frustrating? I can't recall who the player was, but shortly after, a very similar sort of tackle.
Yeah, got a yellow card. Yeah, I know. It was frustrating. Believe me, it was frustrating. It's frustrating. It is frustrating. And it's burning inside because I know that we're at 2-0, we were the better team by a mile. So that's what's frustrating. But we're not going to give up. We'll work hard. We'll continue, and then we'll go. And I'm not excusing that. We copped 3 goals after. Or that we need to do better. They scored an unbelievable goal off the set piece, and they got a penalty that we could have defended better.
I know Football Australia has told media that they've introduced a new process for feedback and for you to source explanations from referees this year. Is that something you've been using this year? Do you find it's been helpful?
Hasn't been helpful at all. Hasn't been helpful at all.
Well, how could it improve? I guess that communication.
Look, I don't understand. I don't know how it can improve. That's I've got enough on my plate to worry about my job and what I have to do to improve my side. So that I don't know. That's up to them to improve. What I don't understand either is how they appoint. There's certain referees that we haven't had once this season, and then there's other referees that we've had 3-4 times. Sean, we've had at least 3 times. I don't know how they do it.
I guess also that you mentioned the penalty. Do you think that was there or that wasn't?
I couldn't really see. Yeah. Look, if they gave it a penalty, then they must have saw that it was a penalty.
A slightly different track. Noah Botic has started today. He scored his first ever A-League men's goal. He's clearly emotional after it. I think he tribute to his grandfather. He's made it to burst out into tears after scoring it. I know it's been a bad day overall, but that has to be a bit of good silver lining for the club. Yeah,
great. Noah's been doing well. We started Noah, this is his 3rd start this season. And, when he first arrived, I actually had a lot of hope with Noah. He just come to our club, after a couple of seasons of being injured, so working on getting his body right. Then he went away with the Ollie Roos, and then COVID situation. So it was hard for Noah. So we had to build him up but he's a very good striker. I've been really impressed with his work ethic, the way that he's wanting to learn, improve, his movement, and it was going to come. That goal was going to be there for him because the way he moves, the way he positions himself in the box, and it's good. It's great for us. I'm hoping we're talking to him. Hopefully he stays on. Because I think that it'll be nice for him to stay in our environment to keep on improving as a player. And there's not many 21-year-old strikers that are starting in the league. So let's keep on helping him to improve. That's our job.
Because playing up front as a two with Alex Prijovic, I guess one, what sort of combination and what sort of stuff does that give you going forward? And two, how valuable is that for Noah to be playing up front alongside a striker as good as Prijovic?
Yeah, very valuable for him because there's certain things that a coach you can give before the game, half time, post game, during the week. But when you're playing with someone, they can help you, talk to you out on the pitch. So on his side, he had Alex next to him, but he also had James Troisi, who's got that experience as well. So that helps, and then that's how you also keep on learning as a footballer. So it was. I thought it worked well. I thought Alex played probably his best game this season. I thought that he was, not only his goal, but he was linking up well. He was holding the ball up well. Winning those 50-50 duels, and that helped us. And so there was a lot of positives to take. It's just disappointing that we end up coming away with nothing.
Well, because you did mention before the nerves setting in about how you need the win and you need to start moving up the table. As a coach now, after such a disappointing result like this, the circumstances you've described, how do you avoid those nerves just becoming a rolling stone and gathering momentum?
You try and just keep working on what we need to work on to improve as a team and our processes, and just keep working hard. That's how you get out of it. And I've been through this as a player, as a coach, in life in general. The way you get out of situations is just keep working, and eventually it will turn. Eventually the luck will turn. Eventually that yellow card will turn into a red card. So that happens. That's part of football. It's part of the game. There's one thing we won't do is give up.
Just one more thing, just on the refs. Put Sean to one side. It would just be good just to get a bit of a mix of refs, a few fresher set of eyes looking at your games a bit more. Is that pretty much what you would like?
I don't know what's going to help. It's hard for me to say. I'm not in their shoes. I'm not saying they've got an easy job, and I'm not saying that he's not a good referee. I'm saying, I'm commenting about the stat because that's clear for everyone to see, and I'm commenting about the yellow card because that's clear for everyone to see. I got my dad calling me straight after the game. He goes, "I've never seen a clearer yellow card in my life." And my dad coached for 30 years. So he knows a thing or two.
Injuries, fitness concerns coming out of this one?
Not out of this game. Hopefully soon we'll get a few more players back, but not sure yet. Thanks, guys.